Class 10, First Flight, Chapter 3, Two Stories About Flying. The first part, His First Flight by Liam O. Flaherty. Main characters, the young seagull, who is also the main protagonist, and his mother. Rest of the family, the father, brothers, and a sister. The story takes place on a high ledge by the green seaside and on a cliff opposite to it. So this is the story about a young seagull who was at that stage of life where he had to learn to fly. But he simply could not trust his wings. He got so terrified by the vast sea that he convinced himself that he could never fly. That was when his parents decided to teach him the hard way. Did their tough decision pay off? Or could the young fellow never learn to fly? Let's find out. Story progression. It is an interesting story of a young seagull who was afraid of flying. He did not have confidence that he could fly. He was full of fear. Fear of the sea beneath, fear that his wings would not support him. His parents, brothers, and sister encouraged, scolded, tempted, and taunted him to make his first flight. But he could not collect enough courage to fly. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away. Then he was left alone. For 24 hours he was all by himself and he had eaten nothing. His family had flown to the opposite cliff. His parents had been perfecting his brothers and sister how to dive for fish. They called him to fly, but he could not. He saw his elder brother make his first catch, and the family had gathered together to praise him. He was extremely hungry. He pretended to be falling asleep. While the others were busy, his mother was looking at him. He begged her for food. She picked up a piece of fish and flew across to him. The sight of food maddened him. His mother stopped at the edge of the ledge. The seagull had the food within the reach of his beak, but he could not get it. He could wait no further and he dived. He started falling. A monstrous terror seized him. But it only lasted for a moment. The very next moment, he felt his wings spreading outwards. His wings opened up automatically and he started soaring. Then he flapped his wings. He was no longer afraid. His mother never left him even for a moment. Soon he was joined by his family in his first flight. His family praised him for his efforts. He completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly. Then they all landed on the green sea. He also tried. First his legs sunk in the green sea, but as his belly touched it, he sank no farther. Around him, his family was praising him and offering him scraps of dogfish. He had made his first flight. Let us see if we remember the details. Who was alone on the ledge? Why was he afraid? Who tried to encourage him? For nearly how many hours did he remain hungry? Who brought him a piece of fish? What had maddened him? How did he fly? I'm sure you must be able to answer all these questions. Nonetheless, Let us take a quick check. So, it was the young seagull who was left alone on the ledge. He was afraid because there was a vast expanse of sea beneath the cliff. His whole family, that is, his parents, brothers, and sister, tried to encourage him. He had remained hungry for about 24 hours. His mother brought him a piece of fish for food. Hunger had maddened him. It was only when he took the plunge that he was able to fly. When he dived, the wind rushed against his breast feathers, his wings automatically opened up, and he could soar. This made him fly. And finally, a quick synopsis of the chapter. Bravery and cowardice are relative terms. One is a coward only as long as fear encompasses him. Through this story, we learn that at times, fear is nothing more than doubt. The moment we let go of our self-doubt, we become free of fear. We must trust our abilities. Just like the seagull's parents, sometimes parental encouragement and discipline play a great role in shaping the destiny of young children. So people,